What's up, guys? It's been quite a while since my last video, probably about 5 weeks now. I do apologize about my absence. I just kind of had other things going on right now in my life, and I haven't really found the time to balance everything for you guys, and I apologize about that. I hope I wasn't gone for too long, and you welcome me back with open arms. I haven't really been checking up too much on you guys' videos or anything like that. I've really been slacking, so I do apologize greatly. For some of you that did shoot me PMs, asking me what's up, how you doing, showing your concern. You guys, you know who you are. I really appreciate that. So thank you for that. It really means a lot to me. First off, I just all you guys who watch my video, I am wondering how you all are doing. So let me know what's new. I always love to hear, what's new with you guys, what you've gotten that you want to brag about. I'm always there to listen. So since I missed the videos, I'd love to hear it. If you guys want to leave some comments about that, that'd be cool. Just because I haven't been making videos doesn't mean I haven't been going strong on the pickups. I picked up a lot of stuff recently, so I kind of jumbled it all up in a pile here. We're gonna go through it together. Take my hat off here. So let's just get right to it. Start with the little stuff and we'll work our way up to the big stuff. Start from the top here. First thing I got is Willy Wombat for the Sega Saturn. This is a Japanese only release for this game. It's a platformer, pretty cool, three-dimensional style. It's got some really unique elements to it that make it really interesting of a game. You can pick this up for very cheap, and for the price you pay, I would definitely recommend it. Let's just open this up really quickly. Came with the registration card, spine, and the disc, which is really cool looking, so this could be picked up for 10 bucks. So if you see it, 10 bucks or under, pick it up. Next thing I picked up is an import version for the Dreamcast of Power Stone for the Dreamcast. Just open this up here, show you the awesome CD art, because it's so much better than the American shit that we get. So I wanted to just show you that. It lacks the spine and registration, but awesome game, awesome price. The next thing I picked up is another copy of Final Fantasy VII Black Label, so I do have 2 of these now. Not much to say, it's an awesome game. Got it for free, so I had to show you. I got that for free through some repairs I did for my guy. Next thing I picked up is really cool. This is a PC game, and it's a PC CD-ROM for your computer. It'll play on Windows XP, Vista, Windows 7. It has Castlevania the original, Contra the original, Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse, and Super Contra, all into one disc for the computer. So if you have a Xbox 360 wired USB controller, this is an awesome pickup. You can probably find this on eBay for next to nothing. I picked this up at my local game store. Now, you're wondering, big deal, you can play these games on the original systems. That's true, but in my certain case, I don't have a CRT television. I only have the HD LCDs, and all these games look like shit on that. And on the computer, it looks absolutely amazing. All these games were remade for the computer. Pixel by pixel is bright, crisp. It feels like you're playing it in HD. It's absolutely amazing for $10. So if you could find this, buy it. I bought a bunch of I got a bunch of Sega CD games and a few Sega Saturn games for free through some repairs. None of them are worthwhile, but still worth mentioning. I'm also getting over a cold, so apologize for the water. It's another reason why I really haven't been around. First game I picked up is the Cliffhanger for the Sega CD. I mean, there's not much to say about this game. It's got Sly Stallone on the cover. I mean, hanging from a fucking rock, man. I mean, come on, bro. This is awesome. The graphics are actually pretty cool. It's really a pretty cool game. I mean, you might flame me for it, but I fucking enjoy this shit. I'm a huge fan of Sly, and this shit is awesome. Next one I picked up, which I didn't even play, I just took it, is Dracula for the Sega CD. This game, I don't know anything about it, but I'm sure it sucks balls. Next game I picked up, which I had at one point but traded in, is The Amazing Spider-Man vs. Kingpin for the Sega CD. Pretty cool platformer, Sega style Spider-Man game. Pretty cool. Next one I picked up is NBA Jam Tournament Edition for the Sega Saturn. It's probably the best, you know, version of NBA Jam, and it's NBA Jam, you know. Next one I picked up is Shoot 'em Up for the Sega CD. It's Sylphied. This is a pretty cool game. It's made by one of the greatest companies, which is Game Arts, which is, you know, the originator of the Lunar series, ported to America by Working Designs. But Game Arts is a well-known, well-respected Japanese game company. So I saw this and I took it. Another one that I got that I haven't had a chance to try out yet is Iron Man, XO, Man of War, and Heavy Metal for the Sega Saturn. Looks pretty cool. I mean, it's got some pretty good graphics on it, so I took it. All these games I got for free for, you know, trades. Alright, we're moving on to the hefty stuff here. The next thing I picked up is another thing I got for free through repairs. I've been doing a lot of repairs like always, so I'm always picking up free stuff. Free if you want to look at it as no money, but, you know, a lot of time and effort. So however you want to look at it, I consider it free. Now, I didn't pick all this up, but I did pick up the automatic ejecting Sega CD Model 2, I believe. Yeah, Sega CD Model 2 here. It works. It's really nice. It's really cool, and it's definitely better than the side-loading one. It loads the games faster, in my opinion. I don't know if there's anything in it that causes that, but in my opinion, it just seems to load quicker, and it's a lot more reliable. And it's cool because it doesn't have any buttons on it. You have to eject through the reset, and you have to inject by the start button. So it's pretty badass technology. I can't remember a single loading front automatic CD tray that came out before this one. So this could be one of the very first you know, automatic CD trays of its time. So that's pretty cool, and kicks ass. Next thing I picked up, pretty cool little item here. I picked up this dual joystick for the PS1. It's made by Blaze, which you might have seen the Dreamcast version, which sells for a lot more than this one. But it's pretty cool. I mean, I got it for 10 bucks at the flea market. I found it there. The buttons are okay, and the stick is okay, but for 10 bucks, you know, I have every intention of modding this thing out, switching out all the buttons, all the sticks with some, you know, Sanwa or Sametsu, and this thing will be cool once I get my hands on an import PS1 from Japan, so I can play some shmups on this thing with my friends. It's a pretty cool little, you know, idea for a side project, so I picked that up. Alright, the last thing before we get into the major things, this is something 9/11 Bones is going to kill me for. You know, you all know I'm a huge Working Designs fan, Lunar in particular, just like Splatter Trigger, just like Bones out there. This is the original Galleon hand puppet thing for Lunar the Silver Star story complete. This thing is pretty cool. It's actually, you put your hand in there, you know, it's like a rock'em sock'em puppet type thing you can punch with the hands. This thing was only given out to pre-orders as a thank you from Working Designs. You could not buy this in the store. It has a little bit of sun fade, but I picked it up for 10 bucks, so I know that's a damn well good price for this thing. It's still factory sealed with the tape still on it. You know, shows a little signs of wear, but awesome, awesome addition to my Working Designs collection. Alright, now we're going to get into all the arcade stuff I picked up, because, you know, lately, to be totally honest, I'm really having a problem balancing my hobby between console and arcade, because I'm really loving the arcade scene at the moment, and I'm really spending most of my money and time and you know, love towards the arcade portion of my collection at this time. I'm really thinking about hardcore thinking about selling off all my games, everything, just to concentrate on arcade stuff, because that's really where my passion is at the moment. I don't know how long it's going to be like that, because you know, a lot of times you know, I change my my mind like the weather, so who knows how long it's going to stay like that. But anyway, I've acquired quite a bit of arcade gear, so I wanted to show you it. I almost bought another arcade cabinet Monday, but I lost the bid. It was a local pickup only eBay bid, but I missed it by a few dollars because I wasn't willing to go any higher. So I'm still bummed about that, but life goes on. Alright, first thing I picked up for the arcade is this right here. This is a Neo Geo MVS 1-slot JAMMA board here. So the game loads into here horizontally, and it hooks up through the JAMMA connector right here into the arcade. I picked up a bunch of games for it as well. I picked up the King of Fighters 98. So just to give you an idea how this works, this would basically be in your arcade. You would take the cartridge, slide it in, and lock it in place like so, and it would play that game. So I got King of Fighters 98. I got Rage of the Dragons. I got King of Fighters 99. I got Samurai Showdown. I got World Heroes. And I got World Heroes 2. Now, these are called MVS cartridges, opposed to the home base cartridges like this one, which is an AES. Let's just really quickly, because I know not everyone out there in the world is experiencing this stuff, and I would like to explain it. So this is an MVS, this is an AES cartridge, Neo Geo AES cartridge for the home AES console. As you can see, they look practically similar, practically identical, but as far as the boards go inside, there's a minor difference. So you're not able to put an AES cartridge inside that MVS arcade board. They set it up so it just isn't compatible. And as far as price goes, this game, for example, for the AES fetches around $150 to $175 or up, you know, average. And the same game, let's just say this is the same game, for the MVS would only sell for a fraction of that, maybe $50 to $60, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depending on where you find it and the time of the year or whatever. So to collect for the MVS is a lot cheaper than to collect for the AES. Just, you know, a heads up if you guys were wondering about that. Alright, now we're going to move on to quite an expensive pickup I picked up here. We'll start with this. This is the Sega Naomi right here. This is basically a Sega Dreamcast, but the arcade version. The Sega Dreamcast was created off of this hardware. It doesn't play discs, it plays cartridges, and this is what the cartridge looks like. This cartridge in here right now is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. This is a highly priced cartridge. Just to give you an idea, the Naomi board sells for around $50 to $75, and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 sells anywhere from, I would say, $175 and up on a regular. So this is a very expensive cart. Now, as you can see, there's no JAMMA connector to this, like on the AES, like I showed you before. This uses a different type of hookup. So this isn't 100% compatible with my arcade right off the bat. So in order to hook this up to the arcade, you have to buy this right here, which is a Capcom Input I/O, it's called. Basically, it has your JAMMA connector there, and with all these cables or whatever, you can finally be able to hook up this Naomi setup in your standard JAMMA arcade. So this is very expensive too. This is about $150. So this stuff is not pocket change. And really quickly, I also picked up one more Naomi cart, and this one is Project Justice, another Capcom fighter. Awesome, classic rival schools too, basically. This cart averages around $100, maybe $50 on a good day. I'm going to lose you, so thanks for watching.